Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the lesson 4. Today we are going to see an important topic, and it's about the Arctic life and how all these creatures live in the Antarctic or Arctic life. And we are going to see about some things about this important place. So we are going to start, and this is the topic. Right, I caught the topic. I'm sorry, I don't have the title, but it's about Antarctic, right? And I'm going to read this part. Which plants and animals can survive the cold of the Arctic? About plants, right? Conditions in the Arctic Circle are harsh, right? Harsh does mean difficult. That is not easy to live in the Antarctic or Arctic places because the temperature stay below 10 centimeters Fahrenheit during summer and often drop to the 50s, right? In winter, in every biome is all the place where the plants, animals live together. Uh, Plants and animals find a way to survive, right? The word is adaptation, right? Even with such cold temperatures, the Arctic is not the exception, right? So it's not easy to live in Antarctic because the temperature is not super cool, right? The Arctic Circle is mostly frozen ocean. This is Antarctica, frozen ocean. It is covered in the ice year around, but year round. But some parts will thaw during the summer month, right? In conclusion, is I'm going to explain this part super easy, right? The tundra is usually frozen, but the surface thaws for a couple of months each year, right? A thick blanket of lichen and moss covers the rocky ground. Okay, I'm going to explain. The Antarctic is frozen ocean, is ice, is super cold. But in some period of the year, this ice get low and the tundra change. The tundra is all the surface of Antarctic. But when the ice go down, appear lichen. This is the things that I'm explaining. Pay attention. This is lichen. Look, the lichen is visible only when the period of the year is with make the ice get low, right? Cuando el hielo baja, in the tundra, appears this lichen and is food for these animals, right? For all the animals is food, right? This is the Arctic or Arctic tundra. Look, this is the Arctic tundra. Look, okay? So, the animals, look, when the tundra, when the ice is low, the animals appear and look for food. And the food is in the lichens, right? And where we can find the lichen? In the trees, in the plants. And all the rodents appear, right? It's amazing. This is the lichen. Look, look, is food, right? Look, lichen. Look, very good. More pictures. So the animals knows that in some parts of the year the weather is better, right? And they can go and survive, right? The adaptation of these animals is awesome in the tundra, in Arctic life, because every animal is making adaptation. So in Antarctica, what things we can find in Antarctica? Animals, right? Look, ice, right? Igloos or tents for human, right? Most of the people that live in Antarctic are scientists that study and discover new information about this place and the animals and the habitat of this animal. For the people, for the human, it's not easy to live in Antarctica, but the scientists adapt, make adaptation to survive, because you can die. Hay gente que se muere porque es demasiado helado, but the scientists can survive in Antarctica only because they need to explore the life in the Antarctic place. Look, so every animal try to look. This animal, for example, is looking for fish under the ice or looking for food, right? Why? Because it's an ocean that is frozen. Look, so it's important to see where is Antarctic, right? And when it's Arctic, the places, right, is where are and how these things change. Look, so we have two poles, right? The North Pole that is in up of United States, is in Australia and the rest of the part, and the South Pole or Antarctic that is near of Argentina, right? Down. Look, very good. So continue. In Arctic or Antarctic, we have summer. Yeah, we have summer. And summer is an active time for the animals of tundra. Foxes, hares, reindeers, and polar bears eat as much and as often as they can. Why? Because they need to survive, right? They need to add fat to their bodies to survive that long. Los animales tienen que estar gorditos, ¿verdad? Para poder sobrevivir los fríos. Cold winters, when food is scarce, extra fat keeps an animals warm and give it energy. Reindeer fill up on the tundras, lichen and moss. They travel in huge herds of thousands of animals. Arctic hares stuff themselves with leaves. So it's explaining this paragraph about the animals and how these animals do the process to survive in eating, right, and storing food for the winter. Arctic foxes are one of the tundra's main predators. They eat birds, hares, and sometimes baby seals. Polar bears, too, are at the top of the Arctic food chain. Polar bears, too, are the top of the Arctic food chain. All of the other animals, including foxes, have to avoid them. Polar bears spend most of their time on floating sheet of ice. Seals and walruses, mammals that live mostly in water, are the polar bear's main prey. Staying on the ice kept the bears near of the food source. I'm going to read again, right? Polar bears through are at the top of the Arctic food chain. Look, all of the other animals, including foxes, have to avoid them. Okay? It's important to see the function and the position that the polar bear has in this place. I already read this part, right? Arctic foxes are one of the tundra's main predators. I already read this part, and I'm going to finish the reading with this part about the polar bears. Polar bears spend, I already read. Another mammal swimming through the Arctic waters is the beluga whale, smaller than most whales. They travel in groups called pods. Squids, octopus, crabs, shrimps, and other fish are their prey, right? The cold water of the Arctic may seem like a harsh place to live, but they are filled with life. Okay, in conclusion, the fish, octopus, crab, shrimps, and squids are food, important food for polar bears and other animals. Why? Because with the fish, the polar bears can survive, right? A bear can eat a lot if the bear wants to survive, right? Because are big animals, right? Big mammals. So classwork, we are going to answer the questions that are super easy. and we are going to finish the lesson 4, the classwork. Don't forget to write your name on the line and circle the letters of the best answer to each question below. The first question is, polar bears are at the top of the Arctic food chain because they eat so many different kind of animals. They live near of the water. No other Arctic animal eats them. Other animals avoid them. This is the answer, right? Most of the Arctic Circle is covered in ice. The Arctic Ocean covered in tundra. Both A and B. Super easy, super easy. And the last one is lichen is a kind of grass, a kind of brush, a kind of bush, both a fungus and alga, and the last one is found in the Arctic Ocean. It's not found in the Arctic Ocean. It's a kind of grass. Yes, it's a kind of grass, right? Both A, fungus and alga. I think this is the answer. The A and this one, right? This is the lichen, and it's food too for the animals. And it's only in summer when the ice get low. So the question is, why, in your own words, right? Why do Arctic animals need to get fat for the winter? Super easy, right? It's necessary if they want to survive because the winter is very long and it's necessary to support the cold places. Next question. Write a short description of tundra. Ooh, it's super easy. Tundra is the habitat of all the animals and is covered with ice. Tundra is like the opposite of one desert. It's like a desert, but of ice, right? Completely full of ice. Tundra is awesome. It's the habitat of all the animals and of the Arctic life. Okay, chicos, love you so much. Bye bye. Do your classwork and upload the pictures. Bye.